What's up everyone and welcome to you on the MOONCHARTS YouTube channel. Hope that you're all doing very well as always. If you're looking for big red candles on Bitcoin, you're at the right place because today we're going to cover a nice big bearish Elliott wave candle. You're going to see here we can get some big red candles with that one. We can go really extremely low. So we're going to start with the log scale. Okay, we're going to see really a bigger time frame. We're on a weekly time frame right now, and then we're going to go for the daily between 4 and daily time frame, so we can really go and check out really what's happening, what happened there, and what we can expect next really. Okay, so as always, if you want to learn a wave, you're at the right place. I'm going to really try to teach you as much as possible a wave today, but yeah, also trying to show you what we can expect next with the waves. And as always, if you want to get more and more really, so you can learn your wave the right way, you can just go and check out the plan section here on the MOONCHARTS.info website. You can just join us for free. It's absolutely free. Okay, you have a member upgrade, you can get all the basic and even more than this on Elliott Waves. So go and check this out. And by the way, to thank you again so much for the 500 subscribers and even now 1000, there is a free giveaway, absolutely free giveaway running on the website. You have all the details right below in the description. And on this being said, we can start with this. So I'm going to show you the waves here. Bam. First of all, we have two different configurations on a bigger and larger scale here. Okay, bigger time frame and larger scale. So first of all, we have this possible first configuration here, wave 1, 2, then what we can count here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can count 5 waves clearly after this first wave 1, 2 here. So if we have a 5 waves here, then we can look, and yeah, we can just look simply for that wave 3 here to be completed. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, bam, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. We look for the wave 4, and then we look for the wave 5. So if we have to be bearish and in a bear market, I mean, we are in a bear market for quite long now, but anyway. So if we have to continue the bear market, we are simply going to look for that wave 4 here to be, yeah, to just get a continuation. We just look for the continuation of that wave 4. As always, where and what is an invalidation of that wave 4 is, as always, if we break the wave 1 top. So normally for in this configuration, we can just not break the wave 1 top. And so just to give you an idea of how low we can go, we can just not break $32 on Bitcoin if we're in this configuration. Now, of course, am I expecting $32? Absolutely not. This looks crazy low, and I'm not really expecting this, to be fair. Even to take out the lows here, yes, it's possible. A massive crash like that, it's absolutely something possible, because we can do it. Now, yeah, am I expecting to go back to 1000 or something like this? Not necessary, but be aware of that. This is absolutely possible. So now you're aware of that. It is possible. If we have to go below these lows and even below these lows here, we can do it. Okay, it's possible. So yeah, anyway, we're going to look for this wave 4 mainly. Now, of course, there is another configuration. I was talking about two different configurations. It's that one. Okay, so yeah, there is, yeah, I'm gonna take that one. So this is the other configuration here, where, you know, we're in a wave 1, 2, we are in another wave 1, 2, we're in another wave 1, 2, and another wave 1, 2, and every single bull run is simply a wave 1, 2. So we're going to do another wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, or maybe at some point finally do the bam 3, 4, 5, and 3, 4, 5, and 3 extra. Okay, possible, but again, this one is extremely bullish if we have to make the way 3 or 5. As always, I am not too bullish or not too bearish. I am aware of both scenarios, of super bullish, super bearish scenarios, but yeah, I'm neutral, so I'm just staying neutral. And if we have to take the super bullish one, I'm going to take the super bullish one. If I have to take the super bearish one, I'm going to take the super bearish one. For now, I'm trading what I'm seeing on the chart, and I'm just playing the possible super bull, super bear, or bullish or bearish scenarios. Okay, but yeah, this is the second one, where we will not be in a wave 4 but in a wave 2. In that case, in this configuration, as always, a wave 2. Okay, so we have this wave 1, this wave 2. The wave 2 can just not break the wave 1 route, otherwise this is an invalidation. In that case, that time we can take, in that case, a wave 4. Okay, but before that, we can simply look for that possible wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 scenario. Okay, really up to you, depending what you prefer, really. Okay, both are valid. So now we can go on Coinbase. I do prefer Coinbase for my charting, simply because the chart is much better. We don't have some scam wicks everywhere and stuff like that. Again, you can pick whatever you want. You can pick Binance or whatever. I just don't personally like this for my charting, but it's again a personal opinion. You do whatever you want. Anyway, higher time frame waves. So again, here to the downside, what do we have? Okay, if we have to be in the bearish plan, I'm just gonna remove that wave 1, 2 here, because that can be a wave 4, as I explained it. Bam. So here to the downside, if you remember good here from that top, going to start with this. What we have been trading when it was live in time on the 69k top here, it was simply here an ABC flat, and this is how we have been able to short the all-time high, by the way. Yes, normally have the trade on, yeah, right here you can see 68,400 on the retest, or maybe a bit after that, 68,400. Oh yeah, it's quite high. Almost on the week. Yeah, on the week, that's pretty cool. But anyway, so here ABC flat. So if we have an ABC flat and we still drop next, it's simply because we have a double EXY. Okay, from here we get a continuation. By the way, it's here we have an ABC zigzag, so to speak. So we have the W, X, and Y. then we get a bigger triple wave with a triangle here, so ABC zigzag, A, B with a triangle, and C here with another 5 waves. Okay, so correction, correction, and we still get a continuation. So here we have another 5 waves, correction, 5 waves, ABC zigzag. That brings us with this double EXY. If we still have to be bearish, again, I'm going to talk about from here, because again, we can push high and still be bearish next, for example. Everyone know, I think, that if we're in a double XY here and we have done a double XY, we can absolutely make a bigger triple wave. To make a bigger triple wave like this, I mean, it's not very complex in my opinion. So I'm really going to focus, if we have to be bearish from the price we are right now, what we can expect from here if we have to be bearish directly here, okay? Or maybe do a bit of a push up, but still to be bearish at the end. I'm not going to look for such, possible, everyone know, I think, that we can make an ABC flat, or that we can make a bigger and larger here, double XY. I mean, it's not really complex in my opinion. So I'm really going to focus on this section here, and focus really on, if we have to push a bit higher, can we still be bearish, and so do this. And if we have to be bearish directly from here, what will be the wave, what will be the count, and everything. I'm really going to focus on this, okay? So let me just remove this draw here. So as always, if we have a double XY down, and now we are going to make a new low again, we just simply have to add 2 more waves to this double XY. So speak double XY, X and Z. We just add a second X and a Z wave in addition to the Y. Okay, so we just take, and we can remove this, and we can pull, bam, this second scenario. Double XY, X and Z. Okay, so the bullish count, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we take this as an ABC zigzag. Okay, 5 ways correction, 5 ways, it's absolutely valid too. And these are ways, 5 ways correction, 5 ways. Again, if you want to see the bullish count, you can just go and click on the top right corner of this video. You have the pop-up, I don't know how to name that, the card or whatever, anyway. So you can click this and you can just go and watch the bullish count video if you want to. Yes, I plan bullish and bearish. As a trader, you have to be aware of everything. After that, you just have to make the probabilities with a wave, which one is the most probable. And yeah, otherwise, if both are like 50-50, you just trade a target to plan. For example, you add your wave targets, you add in addition to this, for example, some levels. For example, what we have done here on it was on Monday, by the way. For example, here I say it to everyone really, because now this is absolutely for free on the Discord server. Oops, right here. You have everything for free on the Discord server. Everything. I'm doing some live update. For example, yesterday I've done some scalping on the 1 minute for 1 hour and a half. Did like $600. Of course with Pepper account. But yeah. Anyway, so you have this uploaded on the website, for example. So if you have a tons of stuff, and for example, yeah, I'm giving you some updates live in the time. For example, I'm just posting here this order flow. If you normally read this, you're able to determine if we're going to take the highs or if we're going to take the lows. I said we were more likely going to take the lows. We did took the lows. So yeah, I'm just doing some updates like that live in the time. So really, if you want to get such updates on Bitcoin live in the time, or even get some very good trades on some alts, for example, like 600% here on Solana, we have been able to ride this very nice push to the upside here. So from a long target. Okay, so of course plan before, but look at that, we just went bam, quick move up here, and 600 plus on the on the trade. But anyway, that's pretty cool. So yeah, if you want to get some live update like this on the Discord server, I mean, if you want to get a cool Discord server, a crypto Discord server, yeah, just join Discord server. Really, it's absolutely free and nothing. You have to pay nothing. It's like giveaway. It's absolutely free. But anyway, let's just come back on this. So yeah, yeah. So ABC zigzag here. Okay, in that case, that form the X wave. As always, the X wave have to be 38.2 minimum. So I can teach you a bit of the wave. Not only show you the wave here. A double XY or a double XY to be valid have to get an X wave that retrace minimum 38.2. Of course, this is not the only rule for this plan to be valid, but this is one rule, many others. And as you can see here, that's why, for example, when it was on the very low and people was already looking for this, I say, nah, we have to go minimum here. Okay, we have to go minimum here, and here, from here, yes, we can be bearish. Until that, we have normally to get a continuation high here and hit our target minimum. So we went here, exactly the same here. This right here, this X wave is normally 38.2 right here. You can see 38.2 minimum to be valid. So 38.2, bam, 38.2 again. Be aware of that on a bigger time frame. For example, if you start doing some TAs on the ounce, you're going to say, hey, yes, but these some waves cannot be some double XY. It can, because these are the ounce. We do some crazy move on that one. On these ones, this is the higher time frame. It's valid, it's fine. But on Bitcoin, it's a bit different. The waves are much more respected, in my opinion. Some alts, are really fucked with when you're using the waves. And so, yes, on some alts, and there are always some rare cases where we can do some low. I mean, we can retrace less than 38.2. It's absolutely possible. Okay, just generally speaking, we have to go to the 38.2. Okay, you have to be flexible, really, if you can say that with the waves, with the rules. This is extremely important. depending on which rules, but yeah, anyway. So here, in any case, so we have done the 38.2, so it's fine. Now we are ready to draw if we have to drop. So now what can be the waves here? You have this everything in front of you, really. So you have, first, as I said, 5 waves, correction, 5 waves. I can even add, if you want, here the smaller waves. You even have the small wave of every single move here, but I'm not going to show you this because there are too much waves already on the chart. So 5 ways, correction, 5 ways. This push up here was very complex, not gonna lie, to find. And then yeah, you have a correction. So here in that case we take this as a correction. So if we take the high, the previous high here, sorry, if this high here takes the high, what can be the only pattern possible using a wave? An ABC flat, and no, a WXY is not valid because the X wave cannot take the W root. So can that be a W, X and Y? No, because if that was an X, that will take here the X top will take the W root, so this is not possible, and so we take this as an ABC flat. In any case, we can clearly see that we have a 1, 2, 3, or 5. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And by the way, these will be some ABC zigzag there, not 5 ways. So we have in that case this ABC flat, okay. We bounce from the 1 to 1 of this right here, of this ABC flat, okay. And so from here, if we still have to be bearish, again, I'm really showing you some bearish count today. So if we have to be bearish, we are going to look for a bigger pattern here to the downside. Now I want you to be aware of something. Just gonna remove these targets there because we don't really care anymore. If we have to go more down, but like really low, we cannot just stay with this configuration. Why? Because if you pull your extension tool, okay, of this WXY, again, it depends how far we go, but for example, let's take the case that we stop where we are right now, okay. We have done already the X wave, we have done a 30-month retracement already, so this one is absolutely valid and to start retracing. Here we haven't went into the 50%, so we are absolutely ready to drop if we have to drop from here and just get a very bearish, big bearish move here. Now the thing is, right here, just gonna move this on the right, perfect. So what we can see here, that with the extension, the maximum target is a 1618. So can we take the lows here with the Y leg? Yes, of course, if we do an extension, but is it really common to do an extension in a Y? Not at all. So we are going to more likely in that case look for a bigger pattern in that. So simply a W, X, Y, X, and Z. Okay, so let me just minor white, let's go with this, and I'm gonna switch that to the blue ones right there, perfect. So W, X, Y, X, and Z, we'll have to add another 2 more wave to be able to come down, and otherwise we're simply going to look for a bigger, oh god, why I don't know why it's, anyway, W, X, and Y, okay, so a bigger pattern like that. Again, we are in a Z wave, so we can finish with a WXY. If that was a Y, we will not finish with a WXY on the other. A Y leg cannot finish with a WXY, a Z wave can. You have a lot of rules maybe right now on this, so maybe watch this video a couple of times if you really want to learn your waves. But yeah, otherwise you can go on the website. The WXY extends is for the apprentice, but you have already the impulsive, the ABC zigzag, ABC flat on the website for absolutely free, plus how to use the extension retracement tool, what FIB target, all of this really. I mean, all the information related to these waves are for free, so we're going to check this out. But so we're more likely here going to look for a bigger pan to look and to make this Z wave, simply because yeah, normally we should not be able to finish that Z wave only with this kind of correction here. Okay, so yeah, because yeah, the 20% here is an invalidation of that pan, except of course if we do an extension. But to do an extension here, WXY is very rare. For example, an ABC zigzag, it's fine to go to 20% because this is ABC zigzag. This is what happens most of the time when you're in such wave like this. We do some extensions, but yeah, a WXY, even if we do some really big moves, it's not happening so often, to be honest. So we have to look for a bigger pan most of the time. Now, if we do this and we do this, and that's it really. We're just going to read, for example, the order flow and determine if that was good or not for a long at that time. Okay, but yeah, so now if we have to be bearish still, we can still get a, I mean, can we still get a push to the upside and still drop next? Okay, yes, absolutely. And by the way, I'm going to show you the target of the, I mean, the high time frame target now, by the way. In case we drop from here, what target do we have to look at directly here? So what we can do here is simply to pull the extension tool from the W root to the W bottom to the second X wave top. Okay, so from here you add your correction targets right here, okay, and so you just pull this on the right so you can really see here what target we are looking at. Oops, that's maybe a bit too much. Yes, it's a bit too much here. Let me just pull down 400. Oops, 400, good. So what we can see here, that's after the MC extension we have some negative numbers, so we can just remove these right here, bam bam, the targets after the MC extension. So here, this is, for example here, the target next to buy Bitcoin and to look for the Z wave bottom, really, if we have to make the Z wave here to the downside. Okay, so for example with the WXY here, WXY X and Z. Okay, so it's starting around 10,000 and around 4,000 on Bitcoin. Okay, so this will be the price. Again, we have to get some more waves here to the downside. I'm going to explain myself on this to be able to find some accurate target. As always, the 618 it never were respected, so we really need to get some more targets in addition to this to really be able to get and find some accurate targets. For now, it's just too early. We have to find some other targets, and how to do this? Simply by pulling the extension of these waves. We're going to get to the downside. Let's take the case that we're going to get this WXY X and Z to the downside. We're going to pull so the extension tool like that. Okay, so W root W bottom to the X wave top to find a Y leg. Okay, where it is, correction. And so again, to find the Z wave, we're simply going to pull the extension tool. So let's say we're going to go a bit low here, do something very small. We're going to do, for example, something like this. Okay, so we're going to pull the third and the second X wave top, and bam, we're going to find some better targets. And again, we are in a bigger time frame, so it can absolutely also stop before. That's why we have to use the lower time frame waves to find some other targets before that. Okay, this is extremely important because that is a more likely target, but sometimes this happened on a bigger time frame. We do not respect so much these targets, and so we stop before the 618. It's possible. It's called in that case a truncated, when it stopped before the 618 or when it stopped before the previous wave. This is something absolutely possible. In that case, how do you find the targets? You simply pull the smaller wave extension to find the different targets you have in addition to the bigger time frame targets. So to speak, we have and we need to get these waves to the downside here to be able to find the targets. For now, it's really too early to find the targets. And so for the time, if we get a drop, we are going to pull the extension tool, we are going to find the targets, and I'm going to update this bearish count. Okay, but this is a plan if we have to go down. Or again, we can get, for example, as I said earlier, such W, X, and Y. And so here in that case, we can go really more down. So let me just pull this here. So from the W root to the W bottom to the X wave top, and bam, you can see here, bam, we can go really already into the 71 here almost with the Z wave and with the Y leg here. Okay, so really hope that makes sense. Now, in case we have to push higher, can we still be bearish next? So as you know, as you understand, I think yes. Okay, we can absolutely, simply because, as I said, we can make a bigger and simply W, X and Y or ABC flat. This is possible. Now I just want to show you, if we go a bit above here, can we still be bearish and get a drop next? Yes, I think some of you here already have the pattern. It will be simply a bit of a longer X wave, okay, a bit of a longer X wave here. And so we'll just do, in that case, if we have a triple wave, we look for a triple wave. And why a triple wave? Simply because we cannot look for a triple wave, correction, 5 waves, so triple wave, 5 waves, simply because if we had to do a triple wave, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this will be a flat, and a flat has already retraced minimum 90%. So do we have a 90% retracement here? Absolutely not. We have a 38% retracement. As you can see here, we do have just a 31% retracement. A 90% is really on the low of the low here. It's here, so we don't have the 90% retracement, so we cannot look for this pattern. So the only pattern remaining here is a WXY. Okay, so we take in that case simply here a W, an X, and a Y. So you see how we start to make some really complex wave. If we have to make this kind of bearish count, we can be in some really complex, really complex wave. So everyone, for example, will look, at these 5 waves. I'm just gonna go on another chart here. Okay, you will get a lot of people that will just look at this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, this is super bullish. We don't have 5 waves here, so let's look only for this. Bam, wave 1, wave 2, and oh my god, we have done a super crazy low small retracement. We're just going and only going to look. We're going to long here and take profit when we do a new all-time high. We're going to look for this bam 3, 4, 5, and here we go, pump it up. Yeah, but it can absolutely be for something else. Okay, if we have this 5 waves, it can simply be, as I said, in the bullish plan for an A, B, C, 5 waves correction, 5 waves. Okay, and even if we get a rise here, we can just do a correction here to the upside, simply because we can be in this, as I said. Okay, we can absolutely be in this here, and so make this second X wave of this WXY and Z a bit later. Okay, and if we have to make something even more complex, we can absolutely make something even more complex. Just gonna remove this smaller wave because we start to get a lot of waves here. We can make, for example, a bigger X wave into the WXY here, the blue wave, to make then this X wave here. Okay, so for example, to make the WXY, where it is, I think I remove it now. To make the WXY that is here, okay, that was here before, so W, X maybe, Y leg now, and then we look for the rise, and from here we get the rise, we make everyone bullish, and bam, cut back down, take all the stop loss, everyone, take all these millions of longs you're opening on the top, and bam, wrecked everyone really. That's why to be fully bullish or fully bearish is not good. You have to stay neutral and just trade and just analyze really what you can see on the chart. Don't be like a moon boy. I know there is moon in my name, but just really for the long term, you can see by yourself, I am not clearly a moon boy. I am shorting when I have to short, as I shorted the on-time high, for example. I'm longing when I have to long. For example, I longed I feel the long on the 15,000 low right here on the week low of the week low. I'm still in that long. I am still in that short. By the way, no, I call it that short because sadly, I feel another short with the same account, with the same BTC USDT pair, and so of course the short from here made bam this. I was like, oh no, fuck me really. But anyway, yeah. So yeah. So that's pretty cool. This is a bearish count, really, a bearish LOA count. So you can see we can get a lot of configurations. So as always, how do you trade this? How can you still, because we have the crazy amount of waves here, if you're starting a wave, or maybe even maybe not starting a wave, you're like, yeah, but okay, but we have like too much configurations here. How do we trade this? It's very, very simple. You plan your targets with these waves, you plan your targets with these configurations, and what you have to do into these targets is simply read an order flow. You see this is an order flow. This is how, oh wow, we have a lot of longs here to come in. This is simply how you can expect such and make some predictions like that. You can just in your targets read the order flow and determine if this is more bullish or bearish, if you are more likely going to do something or not. Okay, this is how, for example, I have done my scalping session yesterday, and this is how, for example, here I was expecting more likely to take the lows. Yes, we could push higher, but it was more likely about to take the lows simply because that was more bearish. Normally when you're reading this, you're able to make to determine if this is more bullish or bearish and what we're going to do more likely next. Okay, so yeah, and we took the lows. And same, for example, yesterday, this is how I have been able to trade the market. You have my scalping session, by the way, available here in the Mateos update channel here. Just have to click the link here and create an account on the website. It's absolutely free, just to you have to log in clearly. But yeah, how I have been able to, this is a 1 minute channel because I shorted here, took profit here, then wait a bit for the reaction, took a long here, took profit here again. So yeah, I made $600 within 130 minutes again, because Bitcoin was very slow. Like really, look at this, was consolidated. We were doing a consolidation just below the price high here. My takeaway, it was just above. I was like, okay, so I waited like 1, 2, 3, 4, I mean 30 minutes like that. So yeah, anyway, but yeah, so that's pretty cool if you want to see how it's possible to make such gains. But again, this is paper trading, this is not real, this is not my real account because I cannot do this, but yeah, so if you this is just absolutely so powerful. And so in your targets you plan, the only thing you have to do is to read the order flow. If you want to get some more details about all of this, the order flow and everything, I'm live every single day at 10 AM on the YouTube channel, to, UTC plus 2 by the way, 10 AM UTC plus 2, to update Bitcoin, to just update Bitcoin really, to show you my plan, to show you everything really, to trade a Bitcoin chart the right way. Okay, sorry, to update the chart, to trade a Bitcoin chart really, so you can see what is my daily routine, what I'm doing clearly, not only with the order flow but also with the levels here, how I am updating my chart, what I am updating, sorry, every single days. How do I analyze this order flow? And yeah, you can just get all of this really for free, and I'm live every day at 10 AM. Yeah, and so you can get such plans where, for example, we play in advance the target for a short and was not looking for a long on that rise, was looking to short that rise, and so we went into our first target and we've got that very nice push to the downside. Yeah, we just come back down here, trap 8 million of new longs on the top here. This is absolutely crazy, bringing us with a very good short trade. But anyway, on this being said, don't forget that there is still last stuff I can say here. Don't forget that there is a free giveaway running on the website. We thank you for the 500 subscribers and even now 1,000 subscribers. So thank you again so much for this. If you enjoy as always the content, don't forget to smash that like, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications. Thank you all for joining, and welcome to all the new members here. If you want to join a crypto Discord server, very cool one where you can get my updates for absolutely free, nothing. You have to pay absolutely nothing to access all of this. I'm updating this live in a time, not all the time of course, because sometimes I'm not doing, for example, recording a video or doing some scalping when I'm just on my side doing this, or yeah, but otherwise I'm just updating everything really. For example, this was yesterday, I said for a long I'm looking for this target minimum to be hit, and here I'm just going to see direction. We hit that target and was doing something else, so personally I did not took the long. We got this was not a valid long. You will take a loss because you don't get the high little move. Here you will again take a loss. We finally go here for the swing through pan, and here by the way that was not good, basically because we hit the target but that was not good on the order flow. You finally take the lows here, so go for the swing through pan, exactly what I was looking at here, from the value low to the low right here, take the lows, get a rise. So we've got the rise, and from here, bam, the news, you know, on the news we have planned. So during the day we've got a news, same as today, for example. Bam, we go into the path control, get a drop, and that's pretty cool. Next I have done, you know, this nice scalping here on the 1 minute. So yeah, anyway, yeah, so yeah, yep, that's it really. So anyway, have a lovely brilliant day, really hope you enjoyed. Take that account if you want to be bearish, but again, as you can see, we have a lot of different configurations, so we have to spend some more time to get some more data after the time to see which one, which wave clearly we're more likely going to take, and when this happened, really, yeah, we're going to take these waves, okay? But yeah, we can still go more down and still push higher and still be bearish, and we can still push a bit higher and to go more down directly here, or still drop directly. Yeah, this is a bearish count. Welcome to the bearish count. We have a lot of different possibilities. As you can see here with the wave, we cannot look for only one scenario. I mean, this is one scenario with the double X, Y, X, and Z, but within the X wave, we can look for different patterns, because yeah, we are in some very complex correction waves, and so we have a lot of different possibilities. That's a bit of a problem with these kind of corrections. But yeah, for the time, we're going to print some new data on the chart, and so we're going to be able to, bam, yeah, just with this new data, able to take some the wave we want clearly, and we are, yeah, to recognize which waves clearly are more likely, and so we're going to take these waves and bam, write this clearly. Anyway, I wish you a brilliant day. As I say, take care and catch you all in the next one. Cheers.